The president made a very, very good speech, and I want to play some of it because he holding everybody to accountability, and that's what needs to happen to resolve this issue. And first of all, Baltimore was the first city as a whole that stood up in a manner that I would expect my city or a city like that to stand up for their people. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what we do to each other. People say that bullshit about, yeah, well, you know, how y'all gonna get mad about the police killing blacks when blacks kill blacks? I don't give a fuck. The police can't do it. I don't care what we do to each other. You could say that sound ignorant, whatever, whatever. The police can't do it. That's just how I feel about it. That's what it is. President said something that was real, that opened my eyes up to make me just look at it how I feel like a lot of people look at it, which is we all accountable.
We can't just leave this to the police. I think there are police departments that have to do some soul searching. I think there's some communities that have to do some soul searching. But I think we as a country have to do some soul searching. If you have impoverished communities that have been stripped away of opportunity, where children are born into abject poverty, they've got parents often because of substance abuse problems or incarceration or lack of education themselves can't do right by their kids. If it's more likely that those kids end up in jail or dead than that they go to college. In communities where there are no fathers who can provide guidance to young men. Communities where there's no investment and manufacturing has been stripped away. And drugs have flooded the community, and the drug industry ends up being the primary employer for a whole lot of folks. In those environments, if we think that we're just going to send the police to do the dirty work of containing the problems that arise there without, as a nation and as a society, saying what can we do to change those communities, to help lift up those communities and give those kids opportunity, then we're not going to solve this problem. And we'll go through the same cycles of periodic conflicts between the police and communities and the occasional riots in the streets. And everybody will feign concern until it goes away, and then we go about our business as usual.
Absolutely. So I feel like I'm going to take that a step further. And I'm going to say, if you think you're going to send police to the community and do the dirty work and try to contain these issues, I'm going to take that a step further, and I'm going to say, if you're going to send, I don't know if they're racist or not, but if you're going to send the improperly trained officers down to these communities to try to contain the problem, it's going to only make it worse. These police are already scared of blacks. They already stereotype us. So when they're in our neighborhoods, they don't try to meet us and get to know us personally. They only there to try to arrest somebody. So they not even coming down there with the right mind frame to help. They come down there already with a chip on their shoulder for whatever reason. So not only are just sending police to our communities to contain already personal issues that we got, but the type of police officers that you send down there, they need to be retrained or they don't need to be there. Simple as that. And I'll take that a step further, and I'm going to say, if you white and you just so happen to see the police doing something and you just go on past, you don't stay there and have your phone out ready to record it, or if you don't speak out. One of the most things I hate is when I'm looking at social media, I only see black people complaining about it, but everybody knows it's wrong. Like the president said, if we humankind not doing nothing about it, then it's going to continue to go on. It's going to continue to be rioting and worse. because everybody not speaking out. I think Mexican, white, Indian, brown, green, whoever you are, if you see something going on, you need to speak out about it. Police brutality has to stop. This, and the underlying racial issues behind it has to be addressed. And I don't care about, people say, oh, well, black people, like I said, black people do it to each other. Okay, yeah, because we know what we going through. And that ain't no excuse. That don't mean it's right. That don't mean that I'm condoning it. It just means that police don't have the right to make it worse because we doing it to each other. Okay, yeah, eventually we have to address our own black on black issues. But that don't mean that police can make it worse and get away with it. So I don't like that excuse. I don't like when people say that, oh, black people do it to each other all the time. Yeah. And it's petty. It's petty. That needs to be looked at too. But that don't give police no right to kill nobody. That don't give them more of an excuse to be able to get away with it because black people doing it to each other. So what the president said is the real solution. I want to hear what his agenda is, and I hope he get the backing because it's getting there. But I don't blame Baltimore for what they doing. If I was in Baltimore or all these cities, I think Milwaukee should be doing that right now. We should be downtown right now protesting, doing whatever to show support for Baltimore because that's the only way these laws gonna get changed. These laws, they terrible and they need to be changed. They don't have nothing for black people. Nothing. And every time something happens, police get away with it. They get the benefit of the doubt. Oh, this guy was attacking or this guy was in the wrong. It has to stop. Big Craig. Peace.